Yo, Raider Nation, what's good? It's time to fire up that silver and black pride because we've got some massive Las Vegas Raiders news that's going to get you hyped. The Raiders are sitting on a golden opportunity to shake up the NFL, and we're diving deep into the buzz around a potential blockbuster trade, Pete Carroll's master plan, and Max Crosby's relentless drive to make this team a contender. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride through the heart of Raider Nation. Picture this. The Las Vegas Raiders, under the legendary Pete Carroll, are on the verge of something huge. Rumors are swirling about a trade that could pair Max Crosby with one of the league's most ferocious pass rushers. Add to that a revamped roster, a new culture brewing at Allegiant Stadium, and a fan base hungry for a playoff run. Can the Raiders finally turn the corner in 2025? That's the question burning in every fan's mind. And we're about to break it all down with the latest news, stats, and insights. So, let's get into it. Here's why the Raiders are poised to make waves this season. The big story lighting up Raider Nation is the potential trade for Cincinnati Bengals star defensive end Trey Hendrickson. According to Cameron Sheath of Pro Football Network, the Raiders are a prime landing spot for Hendrickson, who's currently locked in a contract dispute with the Bengals. After years of searching for a legit edge rusher to complement Max Crosby, this could be the move that transforms our defense. Hendrickson racked up 17.5 sacks in 2023 and 14 in 2024, proving he's a game wrecker who could thrive alongside our all-pro beast, Crosby. Imagine those two hunting quarterbacks together. Talk about a nightmare for AFC West offenses. But why does this make sense for the Raiders? Last season, our defense struggled, ranking in the bottom 12 for quarterback pressure rate at 21.2% and only managing 38 sacks. Pete Carroll, with his Super Bowl winning pedigree, knows a weak pass rush won't cut it in today's NFL. Pairing Hendrickson with Crosby could elevate our defense to elite status, giving us the firepower to compete with the likes of Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. The Raiders have the cap space, over $30 million, and a first-round pick that could sweeten the deal. Raider Nation, what do you think? Is Hendrickson the missing piece to make us contenders? Now, let's talk about Pete Carroll's impact. Since taking the helm in January 2025, the former Seahawks coach has brought a new vibe to Las Vegas. Max Crosby himself said it best at a press conference. Pete creates that culture where everyone knows it's hard. You're going to work your ass off, but you've got a whole group and an organization all on the same wavelength. Carroll's track record, 137 wins and a Super Bowl with Seattle, proves he can build a winner. He's already rotating veterans like Jamal Adams into the first-team defense and praising young talent like defensive tackle Thomas Booker, acquired from the Eagles. This is a coach who's all about competition and accountability. The Raiders' defense isn't the only storyline heating up. After releasing Christian Wilkins, the team needs depth, and Carroll's not done shopping. He hinted at it during training camp. We're still looking. We're still trying to get this as competitive as we could possibly get. That's music to our ears, Raider Nation. With general manager John Spytek and minority owner Tom Brady in the mix, the Raiders are making calculated moves. But here's the kicker. A trade for Hendrickson would likely cost a first-round pick and a young player. Is it worth it to go all in for 2025, or should we keep building for the future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's shift gears to the offense, where things are looking spicy. The Raiders traded for veteran quarterback Geno Smith, reuniting him with Pete Carroll, and drafted Boise State's Ashton Jeanty with a number 6 overall pick in 2025. Smith, who posted an 85.6 PFF passing grade in Seattle, brings stability to a position that's been a revolving door for us. Jeanty, meanwhile, earned a perfect 99.9 PFF rushing grade in college. Yes, you heard that right, perfect. Pete Carroll's raving about the connection between tight end Brock Bowers and wideout Jacoby Myers, calling them a successful pairing. With Chip Kelly as offensive coordinator, this offense could be a dark horse in 2025. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The Raiders' secondary needs work after a shaky preseason, and injuries are already creeping in. Guard Alex Kappa's injury has opened the door for rookie Jackson Powers-Johnson to shine in camp, but we can't afford more setbacks. The loss to the 49ers in the preseason, 22-19, showed flashes of potential but exposed weaknesses in the back end. Pete Carroll's scheme thrives on a strong pass rush to ease pressure on the secondary, which circles us back to the Hendrickson rumor. Could he be the key to unlocking a top-tier defense? And how will Jeanty's explosiveness change our ground game? Let me know what you're most excited about. Max Crosby is the heartbeat of this team, and his new 3-year, $106 million extension proves it. After battling injuries in 2024, Crosby's back and ready to dominate, telling The Athletic, "I want to win so badly. I put everything into it." His 59.5 career sacks and 4 straight Pro Bowls make him the anchor of this defense, but he can't do it alone. Pairing him with Hendrickson could create the NFL's most feared pass-rushing duo, reminiscent of the Seahawks' Legion of Boom days under Carroll. Crosby's leadership is infectious. He's mentoring young guys like Tyree Wilson and Tonka Hemingway, pushing them to match his intensity. The Raiders' front office, led by Spytech, is playing chess, not checkers. They've made bold moves, like trading for Geno Smith and drafting Jeanty, while keeping an eye on veterans like Jamal Dean, a Super Bowl champ cornerback who could bolster a secondary. But the Hendrickson trade is the one to watch. The Bengals want a first-round pick and a young player, which is steep, but the Raiders have the assets. Crosby's optimism is palpable. He compared the Raiders' rebuild to the NBA's OKC Thunder, a team that went from lottery to champs in a few years. Can we pull off a similar turnaround? What's your take, Raider Nation? As we look ahead to the season opener against the New England Patriots, the Raiders are underdogs, but the vibe in the locker room is different. Crosby said it himself. This isn't just another rebuild. It's a cultural reset. With Carroll's energy, Spytech's savvy, and Brady's influence, there's a sense of purpose at Allegiant Stadium. The addition of players like safety Terrell Edmonds shows the Raiders aren't standing still. They're hunting for talent to push the roster to the next level. The preseason loss to the 49ers showed grit, with Ashton finding the end zone and Jeremy Chin snagging an interception. Are we ready to shock the NFL in 2025? The AFC West is a gauntlet, with Mahomes, Herbert, and Bo Nix waiting to test our mettle. A trade for Hendrickson could give us the edge, pun intended, to compete in this division. Carroll's philosophy is simple: compete every day, every rep. Brock Bowers echoed this, saying, "Max is finishing 50 yards every single time. I'm trying to win every single rep." That's the mentality we need. But questions remain. Can Geno Smith deliver in crunch time? Will our secondary hold up? And should we pull the trigger on a blockbuster trade? Let's hear your predictions in the comments, Raider Nation. This is our year to make noise, Raider Nation. The Las Vegas Raiders are building something special, and with Pete Carroll, Max Crosby, and a potential game-changer like Trey Hendrickson, we're on the cusp of greatness. So, let's keep the faith and rally behind the silver and black. Smash that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should we trade for Hendrickson or stay the course? Subscribe for more Las Vegas Raiders news, and share this video with every Raiders fan you know. Let's show the world what Raider Nation is all about. Just win, baby.